Hello, hello. It's me, Cynthia, and Marty, and Azalea. She is
Hello.
behind the camera, and we are Greengirlstudios, and this is our Sunday Magic Hour. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope everybody is staying warm. We are currently snowed in. I don't know how much I didn't look how much snow we received, the actual measurement.
6 or 7 inches,
Six
at
or
least on our
seven.
porch.
From the porch, it's like a pie slice about that high. You could see it. I'd show you, but it's dark outside. And I hate it. I really hate the snow.
Because it means you can't walk.
I cannot walk in the snow. I try, but it turns out you have to be kind of pretty coordinated to navigate ice and snow and such. So it was not my favorite to deal with. Marty looks good in his bow tie. Thank you. Marty, what do you think about that? Oh, let's turn him this direction. You can see his little paws. Get a little closer, honey. Hello, Nilda. Hello, my friends. Hello. So, some of the things we got this week. So, many of you know that Tucson's going on. No, Marty does not like the snow, Karen. Does not like the snow. Not even a little bit. Hello, Wendy. Hello.
He gets very angry if his feet get wet.
Yeah, he doesn't like to get his feet wet. He's like, let me help you with that. You're not doing it fast enough. This thing is slick. It's slick. And if you keep jerking my handle, I can't open it if you're pulling my handle away from it. Hello, Ann. Hello. I see. Hi, everyone. Sorry about the snow. It's cold everywhere. Hello, Jeanette. He said, where's my tree? He's trying to help me, but it's slick. These are kind of hard to open. The chew are harder to open. Here you go, son. He's going to move my hand away. Hello, Tina. Hello, C. Gray. It's 85 in Phoenix and 76 in Tucson. Oh, we're missing Tucson right now. Our friend Terry's there, and she's been a little angel of goodness. Our friend Terry. Some of you might remember Terry from, she does shows now in Georgia, but we knew each other and have known each other for probably 27 years now. That's how far back. We used to do the intergalactic beach shows. And I've known Terry for, we used to be set up next to each other. And she was often alone at the table. We were both ladies alone at our booth. And so we would take turns watching each other's booths. So it was pretty nice. That's where I know Terry from. Anyway, Terry has offered, I saw her at the Big Crafty. And she was like, hey, I can do some shopping because some of our most favorite people are they've already set up. And so we did that shopping last week because we could not go at the time because of some things that have happened. But I feel like sometimes things are meant to work out. And this is one of the few times that, I guess the time, one time Greg shopped for me when Max was he was just newly born. And so I did not travel to Tucson that year. And some of the stuff he picked out for me, not criticizing, but like I said, hey, can you get me some amber? And he got me amber chunks. And that was cool, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. So, sometimes it's very difficult to have anyone shop for you. But what we did was we had our list of the first people that open that we couldn't be at that time, because Tucson, the show thing, the show circuit, I guess you'd call it, lasts for about a month, and not many people I know can go the entire time unless you are retired or you have a motorhome or you have where you live there, some situation where you're there. So what we did was we had our friend go to one of our most favorite guys and hooked us up. So we were on a Zoom, and it was pretty exciting to shop that way. I was like, Terry, I'm so, it was really high energy. And it was scary too, just,
High energy mostly on your part.
it was high. Okay. So I was like,
You were
energy.
excited, and I was excited too. It's
I was
okay.
excited.
It's cool.
Oh, hello, Pamela. Hello, Mary. We have some extra people showing up. Hello, hello. Yes, if we can make it during any point, we haven't closed out the opportunity, but our original plans that we were going to go at the very beginning. So some of the shows open at different times, and this is the hardest part of dealing with or going to Tucson is figuring out who you want to see, what show they're at, and are they going to be open at the times you're going to go. Sometimes you have to choose. You have to be like, okay, so African Village opens at this point, middle. It's not exactly on the same time. The Pueblo show opens on the 28th, and Gem Mall and Holiday open, I think it was on the 31st. So, you have these gaps of time. And if you want to see a certain person, you got to be, it's kind of like going to a flea market or going to an estate sale. If you wait too long, sometimes things get
snapped up.
They get snapped up. That first initial rush things get snapped up. And so I had my friend, and I was worried because sometimes in the past when I've had the one and only time I had someone shop for me, I didn't want to do it again. And not because they did the wrong thing, but I'm very specific. Azalea knows this. I go in there, you guys know this. And fortunately, I found someone that is, if not as meticulous, they're just like me. And it was funny. I was like, so hesitant because some of my sources I've kept for 20 some years. And I was like, do you know this person? And I was kind of like, it was like wild horses pulling out of me. And they're like, listen, of course, I'm their first appointment of the day. And I was like, I could not have gotten first appointment. And I've been shopping with this fella for 20 years, and I didn't get first. She got first pick, and that meant I got, because we don't buy the same thing. She likes to get carved bone. I like to get carved amber. So it was I got
extremely lucky.
I have never gotten, and I show up to the show the day of the Pueblo. I was at the show, and people still beat me to him. They showed up the day before or something, but I cannot wait to share some of the stuff we picked out. Some of our friends, it's amazing. So, I see Connie. Hello, my friend. I see Melanie. I was gonna say, Connie, let's get some lunch, but we're gonna be dragging ourselves. I haven't left the house for 2 days because the snow is shin deep, and I don't like that story. I don't like to get my feet wet. Mary says it's cold, very cold in Michigan, and you did have a sunny day. We had a sunny day, but it's 16. Oh, and then Wendy says, you guys getting ready for your annual pilgrimage? I'll bet it sounds much better than the weather here. I think it is like in the 70s, I want to say, but maybe not. I didn't check it. We have been, see, Grace is 9 degrees. Ugh, I don't like it. I want it to be warm already. And it'll be warm next week.
It was 4 last night here.
Yeah, that's no bueno. I remember walking in Ohio when I was in college. It was the first time I'd ever been around snow. And I was a freshman dragging my suitcase, and I was crying because I knew I'd made a terrible mistake. I just came from Orlando, and it was like 70, and the tears had frozen down my cheeks. And my Orlando friends, they were all like, we all just sat around crying. I was like, this is, not continuously, and we did try to keep it down, but it was hard. We were sensitive. All right, my friends, let's see what we're doing today. We are I'm going to flip this camera around. I'm going to stop talking about the carved amber, or not the carved amber. Oh, no, yes, the carved amber bees. If you've been waiting for some of them, I got some primo ones coming. usually get them to do finished jewelry, and I'll sell about half of what I get because people ask me pretty much the moment I show it. And I'm at the shows, people are like, do you have that where I can just put it on a chain or something? And I have some that I've made with just a simple chain, and they always sell. The part that is awesome is the carved amber, which is like really beautiful. It was really difficult this time when we were walking around and looking. I could not find regular amber this time. So that, and what we did find was kind of not as good as what I already have. So I didn't feel like getting it. And you know what else we saw? Well, something to be happy about was silver dropped 20 some percent. And I knew it would happen. I knew it. That's why I didn't jack my stuff up. But it's not completely down to where it was, but it's now down to $82, which is way better than 102, whatever it was at last. And what was I saying? Oh, Caroline says we have extra alpaca blankets out in South Florida. Yeah, I love it. I love alpaca. Wouldn't mind having an alpaca. And Debbie says it's 46 in windy. I saw that from my mom. She's in Oviedo, and I was like, she's probably not loving this story. Liz says, hello, Cynthia and Zoe. 61 degrees right now and sunny in Northern California. I love that. I love that. We were just talking to Kate a few days ago, right after our last event. So it was probably like 2 weeks ago. And I texted her and I said, we want to do a thing where we start with Diane and Joshua Tree, and then go right up the coast and see all of our friends. And I thought that'd be great. But Anne says, do you have amber you can carve? And 1 year Greg got me, because I asked him I was like, can you get me some amber, all kinds of shapes and sizes? So he came back with a Ziploc bag of amber, and it was like all kinds of shapes. There's one great big one like this big, and all different grades. So I am actually well set up with carvable amber. And I should do a special on it because it's really fun to carve. But I'm getting texts from my friend Terry right now. She's telling me I'm keeping my excitement down, but she's giving me more, like, she knows my same people because we've been in the business for so long, and she's doing my early shopping for me there. And I'm seeing some stuff that I was pretty happy to see on my text. Amy says, beautiful necklace with stick pearls. Hey, these aren't stick pearls. You know what these are? I got these at African Village last year. They're like paper beads. They're wrapped metal, like wrapped on a dowel rod. I don't know if anybody takes up metalsmithing, but then hammered a little bit on the ends to kind of flare them out. I don't know if you can see them. You might be seeing that better in that light. But they're actually lightweight metal beads. But that's good. I would love this if this was all carved pearl. Could you imagine, Azalea, if this was all, like, how magic of the sea that would be?
Yeah.
That would be good times. Although this piece right here, I put all the most expensive, my centerpieces. I was like, listen, I'm going to just wear them. I'm going to wear them right now. I don't care. All right. Let me see. I am going to do this wind chill in Northwest Florida. Oh, it says like 20, high in the 20s. Ugh, no. I don't want to see that story. That sounds terrible. I mean, 16 degrees is not great. I want to flip this. Sorry, I was just organizing all of this. What you call it? There's so much stuff here. Oh, nice. Let me see.
I use baby powder and resin.
Oh, look at this. Okay, so that's cute. This was that clay that, let me fix this up. This is kind of looks horrendous. Sorry. How it goes. I couldn't find my silicone pad, so we're going to have to go kind of old school with this. Looks good. It feels light.
It's clay made out of cornstarch and Elmer's glue, a little bit of coconut oil, and a little bit of vinegar. And I molded it into that moon shape, and then I painted it. And then just now I put a layer of resin, UV resin, and I cooked it halfway. And then on the sticky, tacky resin, I sprinkled baby powder, and then it made it kind of matte. And it makes it protected, too. I just dropped it while I was doing that outside a second ago, and it didn't break, so I'm pleased. But yeah, now I only did like the face part, so I need to do resin for the rest of the moon. But then it's going to be super cute because there's a hole in the back that I'm going to use to hang it on my wall.
Oh, hello, Shannon. Hello, Nancy. Liz says, I was admiring your necklace too. The metal beads are so great. I made one for Azalea this year.
Here's the sun, but the back is a little bit sticky.
All right. So this is another one that she did. It looks good with that cornstarch layer.
Yeah, baby powder.
Oh, baby powder, I see.
Half-cooked resin and then baby powder on top. That's what the natural color of the clay is on the back.
All right, give it a whirl. Bake that so that this part is not tacky.
Yeah, I just put it under there, but it needed a little longer. Pleased with it so far, though.
Wendy says, gosh, I love that crescent. Yeah, it's cute.
Thank you.
You know what it reminds me of is when I was younger, in my house, my mom used to have like fruit that had a face on it. And it was like made out of plaster. They were like this big. And they had faces on it. And they were cute. One of them was like this. This was like a pear. And it was like kind of thick.
Oh, Alex is here. Thanks.
Oh, I
made it cute. See, I sent him a picture earlier when they were still really ugly, and I was able to use the paint to make it pretty, make it look like vintage.
Yeah, it was like this. That's what it looked like, and they hung in the.
So freaky.
And they were painted. They were made out of plaster, and they had teeth and stuff. And they had them in the kitchen. You know what? I looked for them later. They called them anthropomorphized fruit. I guess it was a thing. Yeah, people like it. Wendy says, I have an ornament like that, and I absolutely love it. Can I hold that clay that you used? Or that you made? So this is the clay that Azalea made the other night. And what's this made out of again? Cornstarch,
Elmer's glue, and a little bit of coconut oil and a little bit of vinegar to prevent molds.
Yeah, the vinegar, it smells strong of vinegar, but you know what? It smells, Elmer's glue kind of has that smell.
It's a majority. It's like half Elmer's glue, half
I told her what it would be good for is if you were to put it on a dowel rod and then you could sculpt it and make. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Can I sculpt on top of this one?
Yeah, do it.
So this is what's underneath here? Is that just solid?
It's just solid of that clay scrap that got dirty that I didn't want to use, and
All right, so it's a big bead.
Yeah, it's a big ass bead.
But let's make a head out of it. We'll do it really quick. Let's just see what happens. We'll just be experimental. So this was, what are the ratios? It was like a cup of cornstarch.
Cup of cornstarch, cup of Elmer's glue. And then I believe, if I was anybody wanting to make this right now, just go on YouTube and watch the tutorial so you don't have to take my word for it because it's not going to be perfectly accurate. But those are the 4 ingredients: cornstarch, glue, coconut oil, and vinegar.
It makes for a nice, really smooth clay.
Yeah, it's called cold porcelain. That's what you Google. And there's like hundreds of videos of people making stuff with it and showing you how to make it.
It looks like the stuff that they use to make, if you guys ever seen, they call them cold porcelain flowers, if you've ever seen that. And this has a similar feeling. It looks like it's really stretchy. It would make a nice, like, petal, like really good for making petals. But I was going to make a real quick head, just to see, like what would it look like if I made one? You know what you could do that? You can make a kitchen witch. How many of you guys remember a kitchen witch from the 70s? This is reminding me of that, like to make your own kitchen witch. And can you smooth it out with water? Is that the smoothing?
You can do with water. It might get a little bit. Actually, you know what? Yeah, when they were showing me how to make it, they were saying if you use a lot of water, it can make it like disintegrate.
Oh, but so you don't want to use water.
But then when I did use water to try to clean it, it did not immediately clean it. So you could use it to smooth it because it was actually made it slimy like slip when you're doing ceramics. That's what it kind of reminded me of, the texture. So you actually probably could smooth it out with water. You just don't want to submerge it in water, I guess.
I can see that.
It in my opinion, it performs very similarly to like regular clay.
Yeah, this is. I see a
like
comment says.
Polymer when it gets a little bit dry.
Wendy says those flowers are gorgeous, but I always get the feeling that it isn't as easy as they make it look. No, none of it ever is. And then Mary says, love the moon, another piece. I need to try it out with the grandkids. And Karen says, my mother had one, probably the moon face, or maybe one of those anthropomorphized fruit. But yeah, it seems like, let me see if I can find a, I don't see a sculpting tool. This will do it. Yeah, this is pretty fun. It's pretty fun clay. Oh yeah, if I had some little eyes, I could put the little eyes in there. Yeah, it's fun. And it's really smooth and easy to manipulate. I think it'd be good to make with little molds, like push molds they have nowadays, like for polymer. I think it would work. That way you could make a bunch of them. Say if you're making ornaments or something. I actually thought that this would be a good clay to embed those corn into, you know, those corn kernels that I plucked off the cob. I think that would be pretty cool to do. You know, I think it would dry pretty fast, and you can sand it too if you wanted to. This would make like a good little doll, like one of those. So it's like a bead. Anyway, it is fun. Debbie says that looks like something that would be fun to do with kids.
It's nice and cheap too. So if they make a mess with it, then it's not going to be like, oh no, my $15 air dry clay.
Yeah, you could get like cornstarch is not very expensive.
Elmer's glue.
Elmer's glue, and we bought the big container of Elmer's. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
And when it if you get it on something and it dries before you catch it, it chips off. So it's not like, you know.
It makes for a very firm clay. But if I noticed Azalea's thing when she was drawing it, she dried it on one side, and the other side you have to flip it.
You don't have to flip it, because what I did is when I did flip it, it made the face get flat.
Well,
but if
maybe
you just leave it dried. See, this one I didn't flip, and this one came out perfect. So this one was fine. Okay,
maybe not flip it, but if you have one of those things to cool cookies, like a rack, that would be the best.
That would probably
because you wouldn't get much shrinkage. Yeah. So this could be like a little fairy doll. I think she's smiling.
Now this is done because I finished doing the resin on it.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky. Oh, that Wendy, you're so nice. Wendy says, yet again, I'm shocked at how much talent you have, Cynthia. It definitely wouldn't look like that gorgeous face if my hands got on it. Well, if you did as much of sitting around sculpting as I do, here you can make that face better, daughter.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it better.
You can. I believe in you. Sculpt it, make it look good.
Where did you get this?
Oh, I don't know. I found it on the table. I found another one. These came with this collection.
You can work on it when you're done.
Oh no, you have to work on it while it's dry, while it's wet.
Oh, well, I'm trying to do this resin part right now. You've started it. You got to get on it now because
I want to show
can't
something
finish
else.
this. I'm doing my resin.
No, I want to do something else.
And that's gonna get dried like that.
Look at all this clay we have. We made all that. That's the look of it from up beneath. It's probably 2 cups worth. 2 cups. Wendy says that's toxic. Which one's toxic? The Elmer's glue or the this stuff? I'm sure if you got this in your mouth, it's not good for you. None of it is probably Elmer or I don't know if we're using anything that's considered toxic. That's for real, like you can't use it or eat it. You shouldn't consume any of it. Or wear gloves. That's a good notion for that.
Gloves for when you make the clay, but you don't need to wear gloves when you're sculpting with it because it's a pain to sculpt with gloves on anytime.
If you have the really tight ones, then that's fine. But then again, oh, not toxic. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the clay itself is just made out of cornstarch and Elmer's glue. I've seen recipes like that for many years. And it used to be there was one you could make, and it was just baking soda, cornstarch, and I think there was some, I can't remember what other, it might have been a wallpaper paste. And if you had paper clay, you could put in a paper clay powder, which is, I think, the What's I trying to say? Oh, the wallpaper paste gives it strength. I have a bunch of recipes from when I used to make different sculptures out of lightweight materials. I have these different pigment powders. This is my favorite. Pearl-X, these are the best, I believe. Debbie says kids eat glue all the time. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And it has vinegar. I don't know if they'd want to eat it.
It wouldn't taste good, but it wouldn't be harmful because it's all the
If
stuff
you
that's
used-
in it is kind of mild. It would probably make you a little bit sickly, but it
Oh,
wouldn't be too
no.
bad.
I mean, kids eat the craziest things. So.
They eat Play-Doh,
And
there's
Play-Doh,
definitely- Play-Doh has way more random stuff in it than
I think it has baking soda and something else. I can't remember the exact combination. But we have the UV resin out right now.
This is always fun. We're doing like 3 different things right now.
I know. I wish you guys could be here all at the same time, snatching and grabbing and getting into and up to no good.
Snatching and grabbing.
So fun. All right, here's what I have planned. I already doctored up like this whole pile with vintage painted, patina painted, patina, I guess it's paint. Y'all have seen this. So these have been already done. We did some of those maybe last week. Was it last week?
I did mine last night and today.
But I'm going to try out UV resin on this. I've got my UV resin lamp. This is what the lamp looks like. And it's for fingernails. You know, you slide your fingernails in there and it goes from 30 to 60 seconds. They have much nicer ones now. So, and then my friend Jamie, she built these. This is cardboard with aluminum foil taped on. This is to block, like you put them on this side like that. It amplifies your LEDs so that it will cook a little bit more evenly. Kind of like, you know, reflectors to reflect the light. And also,
it doesn't get in your eyes.
And the other thing is that if you're using the UV resin and you have some that are like not ready to be set up, and you start, if you have it, if it's sitting next to it, I've accidentally glued the tops closed because they were next to the resin light, and it baked the resin closed just from that side light. Where are these? No, maybe I'll do one because I don't want to start from, like, you can't start the same place. So I'm gonna do a quick paint job with, just to show how I'm doing it. So I'm gonna you have to shake these guys up really good. I think I'm gonna do like I want to do something with this, but I want to demonstrate it so you can see exactly how I'm starting. Oh, pigment brands, Pearl-X, and this one, I don't know. This one is, what's that say? Small Tongue brand. I never heard of it. It's just something I found on the internet. I also found these. These are for nails. These are really good too. All these. I'm not sure the brand on this. I think it's like a generic brand. These I got on Etsy. And it's sold in the nail design arena, if you're wondering. And you know what? Pricing is all over the place with this stuff. Like, I found stuff, if you get it for the automotive industry, this amount of pigment is a fortune. But I think if you had some reason where you had to scoop it into smaller containers, I guess you could make it work. But I bought one holographic thing and it was like 3 times. The thing was like $50. But it was before you could actually get some of these pigments. So, all right, I'm going to do a quick coat on this one just to get us to the part where we're up to speed with this. You don't have to paint them, of course. This is just the fun part, is painting. Hey, I'm missing the whatchamadoodle. The eye pin. This little eye pin has been the same one, if you can believe it, since when we first got this set. Pretty amazing. So these, you can get them online. I don't know where else they carry them. I did see them at Hobby Lobby one time. You can get them on the website from Vintage. You can. We used to carry these colors. We carried like a set of 5. It was black, white, red, yellow, and blue. And the good part about that is you can make pretty much any color. Although they weren't really that pigmented. So it kind of, we didn't get exactly what we were looking for with it. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of green on this. I'm just going to see what I've got this. There's no water on this brush. This is straight pigment. And this is a dry brush. Let me get in here a little tighter. And I'm going to turn this light on. I forgot to turn this one. It dries almost instantly. So what I'm thinking about doing with this, is it in focus? I think that's in focus. Try to straighten it up. I'm going to put a little bit of opaque. I got these little spots, and I thought, what could I make those where they looked more sculptural? We'll see. This is an experiment. I had the UV resin out because I'm prepping a workshop with my friend Kinga. Kinga, y'all know Kinga. She is the world-renowned seed bead embroidery artist extraordinaire. She makes some amazing, very sculptural pieces. Show that one piece, Is it over there handy? Anyway, she hosts classes. And
it is not over here.
Oh.
It's probably
I see it's over there.
Messing with it, yeah.
I see it over there. Now, if you're going to use, you have to rinse your brush. But if you're going to rinse your brush, you want to make sure you wipe your brush down really as dry as possible, because the wet of the water or the wet of your brush could dilute the paint and make for a very delicate film. And you don't want that. You want a good film. Okay, so I'm going to do like kind of a wash situation. Yeah, I'm going to get that in there. That already looks really cute. Kind of gives it, kind of realistic, like a little root wood look. It's like the size of the carrots I tried to grow one year. Does that look like it's in focus?
I think so. I can barely tell from the angle I'm at going.
All right, that's the first layer. I try not to go too many layers on there because it can look cakey and thick. And you don't want it to look cakey and thick. Or maybe you do want to do it. Oh, it's not a button. It's not a button. Oh, what's this? Wendy says, I literally just saw that post on Facebook for her. Crazy. What was I just talking about?
Kinga, I think.
Oh, Kinga. What did Kinga do? I don't know. I didn't see it.
Dang.
Well, I wasn't on Facebook. Y'all know if I get sucked in, it's like Instagram. It's like as soon as it's opened, I can't see.
Yeah.
Azalea's like, you're going to get brain rot. I'm like, come on, let me live. So this is one thing that Kinga gave this to me many years ago. And it is embroidered, like all this is beadwork that she embroidered right around the edge. And we're going to do a class. So I got to send the samples tomorrow, and I wanted to send really good samples. I didn't want to bring shame onto our family. So I'm going to bring our highest, most best work. All right, I'm going to get a little bit, I'm going to be experimental here. And before I got all this stuff out, I don't know why I took the lids off, but I'm not ready for that. So we have this part. Now I can choose to put this in the we have a little oven. But you know what else I have that's pretty cute? I have this thing. And I'm going to ask Azalea if she wouldn't mind, or maybe, I don't know, I hate to do this, of showing off this thing to dry this paint. So it has 3 different, like.
It doesn't take that long to dry. When you use heat, it bubbles.
I'm using this to kind of bake the surface a little bit to make it extra durable. This is, if you have a little oven, I have a little easy bake that I use for polymer and this purpose. This is just, I have it on the highest setting. You see it right there? I take this with me to little crafty parties. And this is, as soon as it gets, all right, I think that's probably good. You can see it got kind of shiny, a little bit shiny. What the purpose of that is to kind of lock in that sealant. So they say, like on the thing it says, let's see. Okay, well, this one doesn't say anything about it. Well, anyway, I put mine, I don't know if y'all remember the Martha Stewart paints from the 90s. They were like, you paint on glass. And it was like, you don't have to put them in the oven, but it lasts longer if you do. This is the same type of thing. You put it in there for like, I think it's the same time as polymer clay. It's very low, and you don't have to do it for very long. The point is to get it where it's hot, kind of like annealing, where you get that metal cherry red, then you stop. You don't have to hold it at cherry red for any length of time. But if you do about 10 minutes, I'd say, that's what we did before. And seaming is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this. I have this opaque paint. I think it's opaque. Ugh, one of them is sticky. That was sticky. Here's one. Hopefully that one. I don't like it when they're sticky. That's what happens. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Why are these all sticky? Who knows? They just get like that, I guess. I'm going to see what happens with this. So one good reason, if you're working with a bunch of people and you have this shield not only magnifies, but if I'm pouring it on mine, the residual light that's coming from that lamp isn't going to be baking my stuff before I'm ready for it to bake. So hopefully this, I'm going to try shaking it. Let's see, there we go. Oh, I don't use fine sandpaper. You know what you can do? I got these guys ready. These were ones that I was prepping earlier, and I wanted to fill this. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? So I carved this probably last year, and me and my friend Jess were like, be good is that opal inlay. So I love it. I can't get enough of it, but it's kind of labor intensive, but we'll see. I'll try to do that. If you have stones and things that you can put in, I have been saving them. Some like crushed rocks you could put in. It's kind of like terrazzo. And if you use, I saw somewhere that they had like jewelry concrete, and it was like tiny little bottles of concrete, which I thought was kind of charming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this green, and I'm going to just, come on, here we go. It's okay. I was trying to make it more bubbly, but we'll see if it works. This is the vision. Is this too far away? Let me get in there closer. Is that a new Toad button? The square one. Let's see. I don't have a new Toad. I don't think so. I think about it. This is somewhat new, but it's not a button. That's a cute idea, though. I like how you're thinking. And I don't think I do have a... Did that just get... All right, I didn't mean for that to happen. Let me see if I can fix it. Some of it I got kind of distracted there. Do it again. Hopefully these will look like little drops. And I'm going to add some to it. And I'm going to make them really bulgy. It could either be really cute or look dumb. We'll see. We'll do this together. I'm going to put a bunch on there. Oh, maybe I could change it up and put some that are pink. I'll have to hold it this way so it doesn't flow down into the whatchamadoodle. Okay. Oh, you have that thing going? All right.
Oh, you ready to put yours?
I'm going to just take down the leg of this. Okay, so now I have that. Actually, I'm going to do this so we can see what's going on. Instead of squirrels, frogs distract you. That is 100% true. All right, let's see if this is going to work. I wanted to use some of this to get it to look kind of gelatinous, especially on like this one. Wouldn't that be good? Be really cool. Wendy says, Azalea, seriously, how often does your mom make hideous stuff? That's funny. That's
not often.
Oh, no? Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say.
You make weird stuff, but not hideous.
I for sure make strange things.
Like, every time I hear that, I think of that one thing that you made that it was like kind of giraffe horse girl with a long felted neck and a human face. That one's strange, but it's cute, not hideous.
Okay, let's take a look at that and see. So it kind of has a look like, what's that look like?
She makes weird stuff.
I do make weird things, y'all. All the time do I make a weird thing. Let me put the lid on that for a moment. Oh, weird can be cool. Hopefully my brand of weird is not so weird that during the big crafty or little crafty, I make some money. Oh, see this? This is what I was talking about. Oh, that's not set up. Keep it clean. All right, I'm going to do another round on there. We'll see what happens. It's kind of opaly. This color, it looks like it dries a little more clear than it looks. And it's kind of fun to put those little blobs on there. Yeah. Hopefully they can kind of, maybe not, I shouldn't put them on all at once, you know. Just do a couple of them at a time so that it's not too thick. This is getting thick right here. And it'd be good as a little stick. Yeah, do it again. Are you ready to get in there? You can go on the other side.
Yeah, she needs to be baked on the back.
Keep that. See, these are in black bottles so that they are not easily set up by the light. But if you have anything on the tip and it's like close by this lamp, that's why we were doing this. We were like putting that over there.
I need to cook her face one more time, like just sit in there and then it'll be done. See? She's almost finished.
This would actually make a good doll. Could you imagine if it had like a blue, like kind of like the body like blue velvet, like a dark blue velvet?
That'd be really good. That would be my flavor right there.
I don't know if that looks good or if it looks cheap. That's the question. Does it look good or does it look cheap? It's a question for our time for this. Let me see if there's another blue. Or maybe translucents. Where do I have some translucents? Oh, I do have some. Yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, here's some green. Let's try this with it. Might be. Try this color of green. I'm going to put this to stop it from. We'll put some of this over here. Really, maybe I want to do. I saw these coral branches on a show on YouTube, and it looked really cool. Maybe I'll do this. You have another stick I can use so that I can do this little corn?
Oh, it's too fat.
Is
I don't
it?
have. It's you mean like in the hole?
Let me see it.
I don't think it's gonna fit, but it might. Maybe.
No, it's okay.
If you're
I
not
got a
gonna use
knife
that, I would use
somewhere.
that from my resin.
I was gonna say I got a knife somewhere.
It's,
Oh, pencil sharpener. Get a pencil sharpener.
or you can use this. Maybe you can just stick it on this thing. This coil. Because I was sticking it on the end.
What do you guys think? This kind of coloration would be cool? Kind of opaly. A little bit opaly. I gotta move stuff out of the way because if there's anything in the background, it's like it will not focus on anything in my hand. Of course, now it does. Kind of a little bit like an opal. Let's try another color. I like this color. Green. Maybe we'll do this one. They're all
Feel
sitting
this.
here in this.
It's on plastic wrap.
Oh, neat.
Not on purpose, just, my base. I kind of made a mess a little bit.
Probably cut that up. I mean, this is kind of just overlap, but we used to make sheets. If you do paper, if you put this on top of paper and then ceramic or saran wrap, it embeds into the ceramic and it looks like fiberglass. So that's kind of fun. Some of that green, yeah. Some of that green. Let's see what this purple looks like. It's like, is this purple? It's like gray. Looks like gray to me. But we'll, I'm just hitting these little round points. I think it looks cute. That one kind of got, you see that? That one's spread out too. I guess you have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. All right, I'm gonna put that in there. Put it on the side. There we go. We'll cook for a minute. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna do another one. Which one needs it? Let's try this gray. Let's do some transparent. Some of these opaque ones are good, but they're not as gelatinous as they could be.
Hey, you gotta close that up.
Which one?
All of them.
Oh.
You'll leave the powders open.
I don't see the lid. Look at that. A beautiful color. Oh, hello, Clem. I see our friend Clem. Clem says, hello, friends. Just got home from taking care of my daughter. She's having surgery tomorrow, so please keep us in your thoughts. We will do that, Clem. I hope you have all the good luck. I hope you have Azalea's good luck with surgery, because I hope yours has her good luck, because she did not swell up or anything with her teeth surgery. She had her wisdom teeth pulled. She had very good surgery luck, if that's what's a thing. I'm going to experiment with this. We'll see if this looks like good or if it looks horrendous. So I've never tried using just straight UV, colorful UV on, I'm going to do it one side at a time, because what I've seen is you kind of have to go with a light hand.
They are officially both done. The moon and the sun. They look good.
You know what this would be good for is that little light
Yeah, you could probably, that might
to
work
kind of
there.
set it, you know.
Yeah, so it doesn't drip down while you're baking it.
Yeah, I want to try that.
That'd
right
probably
now.
be a good technique to have that while it's just doing the initial, like, making the shell, and then you could full cook it underneath the big lamp. This is Minecraft music. This is like retro wave Minecraft music. I just noticed. That's funny.
Yeah, you know what this reminds me of? Doing this is just like doing lamp work, where you have to keep it moving. If you leave it in one spot, the gravity brings it down to one side or the other. So I'm trying to even it out before I hit it with this lamp. All right, put that to one side. And let's try this. Let's see if this works. This is that UV light that I look at rubies with. And hopefully this will keep it firmed up so that it won't drip when I'm shifting to the next color. I don't know if it's working. I don't want to touch it yet. But it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Like when the UV light hits it, it makes a pretty cool color. It's like Peruvian opal color. You know what it reminds me of? It kind of looks like a little bit like old school enamel, if you've seen that. Like a really long time ago, like they used these thick coatings of enamel. Now this light is not as strong. This one is, let's see the next version. This is a higher octane blue. I don't know if this is UV, so we'll see if this is, if it cooks it faster. I'm gonna touch it. Feels dry. Did that actually work? I just wanted to do, so hit it with the UV so it wouldn't shift and then put it in there and use it more, like put the regular light on it. Yeah, it kind of does look like it, doesn't it, that color? I don't know. How do we feel about it? It's okay. It's set up. It's not going anywhere. Like if you do this, you know what it looks like now is a little bit like lamp work, at least the top. It's very glossy. It's giving it a lamp work vibe. Where'd that one go? Let's see. Let's see how this one looks. The purple is a little tiny bit, leaves something to be desired. What if we did this? Let's take some of this powder and put some of that on there. Now this brush is wet, so I don't know how well. I might want to let it sit a second, just a moment, because if you get wet with resin, a lot of times it'll just get foamy. So hopefully the water will evaporate before I put the next round on. I'll let it sit there a second. Let's let it sit. Connie says, what did you put on the top? Resin? This is UV resin. If you're interested, Connie, you can come to my house and we'll do this together. It's like playing with an easy bake oven. It's a lot of fun. We're all the time painting things just to see what happens. You know, it's like a little bit like a mad scientist lab in here. Let's see what happens when we put a little green on it. Didn't mean to connect those two. Oh, it kind of does this thing. You know what? This would be good to do this like this. Nope, wrong side. Look, it works, Azealia.
Excellent. It's useful.
Do you need a particular oven, or does the Easy Bake work? You need a good UV light.
For the resin.
Yeah.
For the paint, an Easy Bake oven is good.
Mm-hmm. Or that little heater, that little hair dryer. Did it do it? Let me feel it. I'm like, so scientific. Just put your fingers in there and see. Feels like it's working. I would hit it again. I don't know if I love that or not. That kind of looks like I made a mess. I'm like, did I improve this? Let's look at it and see. Does it look improved? I don't know.
Treasure into trash.
Hey, you guys, you want to see me turn some treasure right into trash? Because that's what we can do. When he says, well, no bake method apparently works with your magic ruby wand. Yeah, that's what that's what that's for. All right. I guess that's what it's for. I don't know what else use this thing would have. I think it is for the express purpose of checking out stones. But it can bake UV resin too, so there you go. Double use. Yeah, this seems set up, although I would, just to be on the safe side, I'd put it right back underneath that nail lamp. Let's see, that one, I don't know about that. That looks only okay. This one with I want to put another layer just to see. Maybe I can find something. Oh, here's stuff that Azealia did the other night. Some of them I did, but look, these ones that Azealia did. These cute. She painted these, and they're very dramatic. That one I did the other day, and I did this one and this one. You can tell the ones I picked out. Oh, we did this on a live not that long ago. That's little daughter. They look good, huh? Kind of like candy, or like a little bit like lamp work. This one particularly reminds me of lamp work, the way it's so glossy. It looks just like it. And if you put UV resin, I think it would look just like lamp work glass. I'm going to put some on this one. This one does for sure. But let's coat her with some pink. Let's do some on her body here. This is not a very good pink. Purple. Yeah, that pear is an anthropomorphized piece of fruit from my childhood. It was in the kitchen.
Just remaining on the screen in the corner, watching.
Oh yeah, it looks good. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Let's put some on our face too. Let's see what happens. Does it look good? Did I make it better or worse? It's always the question. Did you make it?
Did you make it treasure or trash?
Did you make it treasure or did you make trash? Yeah. These are the questions. We started watching. What were we watching the other day? It was Pretty Good Times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Beyond Normal, or Beyond Is This Real,
Beyond
or Fact?
Belief.
Beyond Belief. Oh, that was pretty good. As I was like, this show is actually Pretty Good Times. And I was like, you know what?
It's from the 90s, and that's when stuff was kind of better.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. It's like you watch five short stories, and then you have to guess, is it made up by the writers or was it inspired by real life events? not see, now that we play it at home, they're like, that could have happened. It's like, that's not the name of the game. Not could it have happened, but did it happen?
I had to take a break from playing that game because I was getting irritated.
Mm-hmm. It's getting a little on the annoying side, so we took a little bit of a break.
Not the show.
We're making our own lamp work today. Looks just like glass.
That's cool.
So the question is can you do this before it sets up? Let's see if we can answer that question. All right, wipe that off and let's do this. Keep doing the wrong light. I love that color. It's like super layers. Now, if you don't like how this comes out, unfortunately, resin is really hard to remove. So if you don't like what you've done, you can get a product called, I think it's called Zacatap. I can't remember exactly the name of it. But then you soak the piece. And when you've soaked it, the resin will loosen up and you can get it off. I think you can do that with a different, maybe turpentine. But sometimes it's just, you just let it go and let it just live with it. It's not worth the effort. And then you just use it, which is what I usually do. I'm like, well, do I like it? This is actually reminding me of one of my friends, Mavis, used to make lampwork mermaids, and this is giving that, it's reminding me of that. If I were to put on this right now, if I were to put a coating of baby powder, I would get a look that looks like, kind of like, it would be frosted. So if you're wondering, that's how Azalea was getting that frosty goodness. So put that underneath there to cook. You can see now it's kind of luminous with that. Draw Robert says, is that the one with the guy who played Riker from Star Trek? Yes, but on the first season, it is not Riker or William, what's his name? William Fracas or something, something like that. He's always one of my favorites. Love that show. I always tell Zoe, if you have friends and if they're going to comment, they better not be going after Star Trek or there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem. And by goofy, you mean, what did they used to say?
You're goofy, that's what I mean.
Too legit to quit. That was what they used to say back in the day. I think they did. I think that's what they used to say. Connie says, I like it with the resin. Looks like lamp work, doesn't it? This is one side with the UV resin. Hey, Connie, if you want to come over and play resin with me, you can come over. What are you doing tomorrow?
Hey.
Azalea says, she's like, you got to prepare. Oh, that's right. So the Little Crafty is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 7th and the 8th. And Sunday, they're not charging parking. It's community, I can't remember what they call it. It's a community day or something for the locals. So they're not charging any parking. And that's like $13, $14 unless they marked it up from last time I looked. So Little Crafty, 15 artists. We were invited to present our work in I'm not really sure what building it'll be in, but if you've ever been to the NC Arboretum in Asheville, it's pretty cool. They have the troll exhibit, and the troll exhibit is about to come down. So it would be a good time if you're interested. And it's not going to every place. It's only going to a few places. What I'm going to put? What did I use? Did I use green? Oh, no, I used purple. You can mix and match this. Anyway, that show's pretty fun if you like to... actually, it's a little bit tacky on that side. Tiny bit tacky. I'm going to put it in there and let it bake for a minute in the whatchamadoodle.
Can you bake this with the light? With the hand light?
Oh, Connie says, I will come see you this weekend and we can set a date to get together. Yeah. And do some... What am I doing with this?
Just cook it so I can put the star on it and doesn't have the residue on the sides.
I don't know how good this will cook it, but this will be better than nothing.
Yeah, I just want it so it's not like I don't want to bake the star onto that and then have to chip away all that extra. Because it's still wet resin.
You know, this is a good way. If you have leftover resin and you have some papers, get your papers. Actually, you know what? It's kind of making a weird bubbling. You see that? Kind of cool. I wonder, will that come off of there? Did it peel off?
It peels off.
If you do it with paper and you stretch it, that was one of the directions in my book, Enchanted Adornments. If you glue it to a frame and you put that rice paper or any thin paper with Elmer's glue and you put resin on it, it'll make it real tight. And you can make all kinds of cool things. I actually, back in my CCAD days, I made a lamp that I used parts from, where was it? When we broke into this, when I say broke into.
Is it still sticky?
No, it's not. It's some parts are a little bit sticky. Go put it in there with the other one.
Oh, I'm trying to bake this because my fingers are wet. Can you please pass it back? Not that. The whole thing. Oh my goodness, please pass my piece of cardboard. Not that. Oh my God.
Sorry. I was getting...
Pass me this back.
I'm giving you everything. Well, you said pass it back, but you didn't specify passing what back.
The whole, it's fine. I'm very sticky right now and I'm getting nervous. Here, get your thing out of there. Please.
Sticky. Right,
having a moment.
We'll do the back
Get
side
that
of this
guy.
one. But anyway, we collected a bunch of like reclamation items from this building that they were going to tear down anyway. And it was like, oh, we might as well just save some of this like old steel. So we reclaimed it and I welded it together and then with the welder that we had at school, and I used paper and fiberglass resin to make a lamp. It was pretty cool. But yeah, this resin would have been 1,000% easier because that kind of resin was really stinky. It smelled horrendous and would give you the worst headache. But anyway, it was a pretty cool lamp from reclaimed items. Oh, I forgot the tail on that one. I'll do it next. Connie says, use your words. Too distracted, too many things happening, too much stimulation. Kind of thinking about that tail, huh?
I know somebody with a thick tail.
You know someone with a thick tail? I also know somebody with a thick tail.
His name's
I don't know if you all noticed, but Marty is extra thick today because
extra plush. He
had a bath and he didn't like it. It took 2 people to wash him. He fought. He didn't want it. But listen, he is
looks
super,
ultra round
super
and
soft.
round.
So
you could
soft.
switch the camera back and show this perfect angle of him.
I've got so much stuff. I don't know. Oh, there's the mouse. I was like, I don't know if I can find the mouse and all this mess on the table. Let me see if it's looks good. If you go thick, then you might have to hold the light on it for a lot longer because UV resin does not like to be deep. It likes to be shallow, lots of thin layers. It is not like some other resins, like Pour On or Smooth On, that brand. Yeah. All right, so that's that side. Look how it looks like. Kind of luminescent. Like it's iced. Why did he need a bath? He just, he needed a bath.
All the cats got it.
Yeah, they all got it. Well, Canute needed it the most of all. But, all right, are you done with this? Because I'm going to put this in there for a little bit longer. It's a little bit tacky. See this one a little bit thick right here? Now, if that's the case, you need to put it underneath for a few times. Like 5 minutes. because this little lamp, even though it's good, it's not that powerful. It's only one, or no, it's three little lights, bulbs inside each one. So that lamp has like 12 plus the aluminum foil. Carolyn says, Azalea, did you invoice the lot sale from Wednesday? I guess I missed out on my selection. I'm not sure if she's done that already. I feel like you done diddly did it.
Well, I did some people, but I guess some people got lost. I mean, sometimes they go to the spam, and I have to send it more than once. And there's some people that I always have to do that, so it's okay. I will check on that. I can't do it right now though. I don't have a device to look at, but I can check on yours after the stream.
Clem says, oh, I thought cats were self-cleaning. Well, for the most part, they are. Peanut's getting old, and she doesn't want to clean her fur as tidily as she has in the past.
And Pearl's always greasy.
So. And yeah, Pearl's always greasy. I don't know what. She's kind of a, we got her a long time ago. I don't really remember from, I'm not even sure where. From the adoption place at PetSmart. You know how they bring in a batch of cats from the Humane Society and try and move them for them?
Yeah, your thing is done, I think.
This one needs, I was like, where's the lid? Where's the lid? Oh, it had the lid.
Your thing is done.
Let's take a look. As always made these big things.
I'm making big stuff right now. I'm coating big stuff.
Yeah, sometimes they don't clean all of their whole body. Sometimes if they get
sometimes if your mouth is greasy and gross, then it's not going to make your body clean.
That's sometimes true.
Like if your mouth stinks, then you clean with your mouth, and then your body gonna stink too. And they were stinking, so
yeah,
it was time. He was by far the biggest pain to clean though, because he was scrabbling and jumping and screaming and crying, and we were like, "Come on, dude! It's literally like 2 inches of water."
It's not even that much.
And I was just holding his paws, and Max was like pouring the water very delicately down his back and comforting him and scrubbing him down with the vanilla shampoo. And he's going, as loud as possible. I was like, bro, come on. Chill out, brat.
Oh, look, you can see how I touched the face. So I touched her face. Let me see, get in there. And it's a little bit, you see how I touched it? It became matte. Took some of the shine because I was testing it. You don't want to do that, because if you do that, then you have to go and either do the whole thing with matte or go over one more layer. I had a friend that said, oh, you can go over it with alcohol, a brush and alcohol. But I did not find that made it more shiny. So anyway, that's how that looks with UV resin on it. And if you want the whole thing to be kind of, I think it looks more interesting to be matte finish. There's parts of this that I feel are kind of tacky. It needs to go on for longer. And that's kind of a drawback with this type of resin. But, I don't have to deal with, I don't see any bubbles. And this side's real nice and shiny. You can always go over it too with another round. And it just makes it look even more glass-like. This one, I think that looks pretty glassy. I might build up along some of these to see how it looks. I think it looks pretty. How do you guys feel about it? Do you like the look? So this is one, and this one has it. The rest do not have it. Maybe I'll do this one because I love the way that. What do you think, daughter? One color? Maybe I can spread it out. Let's see what happens. I tend to go thick with this resin. That's the only thing, is it really wants to come out fast. Maybe I'll put my glasses on again.
This needs to set up before I get mad. It's taking too long.
It's taking too long?
It is. It's taking 10,000 years for a clear layer, a thin clear layer to set up.
I'm going to go ahead and use this. I always say, hey, you should use gloves, but I never remember to go get the gloves. How do you feel about that purple going in there? I don't know if I like it. It kind of made it look gray, didn't it?
I like purple.
You see that with the purple? I don't
On the
know. What do you think? Yeah, on the corn kernels.
I didn't notice. I like that.
I have
think
one
it's perfect.
side. See, that's kind of, it's, let's try green on that other side. Let's see what happens when I do that. We'll do a little bit.
Hello, Bratty
Just a touch.
Kitty. Stinky Bratty Kitty. Wow.
Oops.
What a wonderful sound you just made.
You can hear the wind picking up. There's all of our millions of wind chimes. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't know. I think maybe the clear looks a little bit better.
What is Wendy saying?
I am so fixated on.
She says, "Where can we buy these, lady? I have my heart set on that black and red flying heart. The painted one?
Which one?
Is it one that you painted?
Oh, it must be what you painted. You know what? We had a couple questions about that. I usually sell them at the shows, but you know what? Maybe we can put them on the website. Do you guys think that would be good? I was thinking like $5 or $6. I don't know how much to charge. They don't take me very long to paint. Depends on the one. Sometimes it takes forever to paint it, and sometimes it's but a few minutes. So, okay, let's do this one.
Wow, Siri's crying.
Yeah, why are some of the kernels that weird bright blue when you look at just green? Fluoresces. That looks okay. I think it looked better with a clear layer. And I think the other side will look good with an opaque layer, so it's kind of opaly. They can look kind of like gemstones a little bit. Yeah, now some of the colors are fluorescing. Maybe after they light up, like that orange is now suddenly fluorescing. Isn't that weird? Let's show up. Can you see that? It's kind of interesting. It's a little thick on this end, so hopefully it will set up. Oh, I think it looks pretty good. Very glassy. All right, I'm going to put this a little bit of this strange, or maybe I'll mix and match. Let's see. I think you can mix and match with this. Here, get this top off.
Huh?
Grab that top. Pull it good. There we go. That's a good color. And it darkens a tiny bit. I don't want to make it too thick, but it's so easy to go too thick. It's like the easiest thing in the world. Hey, you know what'd be good for this is that those silicone paintbrushes that we were hunting for the other day. Remember that?
Yes, that would be good for moving it around. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, because then you can just peel it right off.
Yeah, what do I do with those?
I don't know, I looked.
I feel like I saw them somewhere not that long ago. Because this is for the birds here. We're doing this. Might be too thick, but you know what? We'll find out. I already did one side, so yeah, you know, if you go too thick, it'll be like those fruit gushers.
That's usually when you got something in a mold.
Well, it doesn't have to be in a mold. We were doing those buttons, remember? And if you go too thick,
yeah, in a mold. Like if it's a little bit deep, then it becomes a gusher. But I've never noticed that when I was coating something that it ever got thick enough, because gravity brings it all the way down, so it never gets thick enough to form the gusher style on like resin coating stuff. In my experience.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely if you go thick, if you don't do layers when you're doing like mold stuff, resin, then yeah, it totally makes it better every time, no matter what you do.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Wendy said she likes the one you painted.
Oh, thanks. I did that one today.
Hmm. Well, you could always put it up there.
I was gonna put all the ones that I painted on necklaces and put them on my Depop, but
Mm-hmm.
if you like that one, Wendy, I'll save that one for you. All right. I've got my star done, and then I've got my sun and moon, and then I have one more star to coat, and then I can start painting buttons. Finishing up all this stuff I made.
Maybe I'll do it again. Did I touch it with it? They definitely look enameled when they're done. I think it looks good. And it seems like it changes color a little bit when you, like, why is it doing that, I wonder? Maybe the thickness. It's hard to say. Yeah, and this light's kind of interesting. It's like, why is it kind of coppery colored down in the cracks? Because I feel like I used a different color than that. Like I had a pink, I think. I remember pink. I feel like that's enough time, don't you think? That's been like, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, is that 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes? I'm not good at figuring out. I'll just touch it. Feels not tacky. Well, I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on different colors of UV resin on patina painted pieces? You know, this one needs to have like a little motor. So it's kind of like a rotisserie chicken where you have the light and it just, just keeps turning until it's done. I think that would be good. What do you think? Maybe pretty good.
Let's see if we can find those silicone pieces because I want that. That sounds good right now to spread it all over my star, my last star thing.
Hopefully this isn't attached to this.
If you had to guess, would you guess it was in here or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
That's what I would
Hey,
say.
you know where I didn't look? I didn't look downstairs where all the resin stuff was.
Or on the table downstairs. There's so many places for things to get lost in here. Where did these resins? Some of them are from Amazon. Some of them where did we get some of these? I'm gonna put this where I won't knock it down. Yeah, I need something. Usually I have a little, we get those cuticle sticks. You can get a big box of them and they're pointed on one side and kind of a scraper side. If you have a little piece of clay, like plasticine, you can just, or with something like this, you could just stick it into the clay and that will let it dry. And if you're wondering, you can put these outside if you have a really nice sunny day, not a wet day, because then you'll get foamy resin. But if it's nice and warm and dry, you can set them outside and they'll cure. And you know what I did when my stuff leaked? So my UV resin leaked into a Ziploc bag. And I was like, how am I ever going to clean this up? Because it was coating my Pearl X paints. I got completely like busted on the flight and busted out of a Ziploc bag. And so I stuck the whole Ziploc bag out on the porch and it got so hot. Some of the containers busted open. It was a huge mess. So I don't recommend that. But if you have something that's a little bit thick, you can put it outside. Maybe just not in a container because it will pop the container. I'm not sure how, but that's what happened. Pretty cool in a way. All right, let's see. Well, we did this today. We did this one today, my little fancy corn, and this one, her face is matte. I might have to go over the whole thing now, but I like how it kind of has a satiny look. You know, if you have a metallic underneath and you do a matte finish on top or satin, it has almost a lit from within look because you have that dispersion of the surface, kind of giving you that glow. I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, what do you guys think? You like that? Without and just patina and with. Wendy says, seeing that, I'd love to see fishy pendant above with orange and green resins. Oh, this one? Yeah, actually, I have a painted one that I think maybe I sold it. I did one earlier. This mermaid would be a good one for that, with a nice silic layer. Or one of these mermaids on a half shell. This one, it was pretty fun to do. Pretty fun. I like to imagine like finding a shell like that and then like seeing some kind of creature in real life in there. That'd be good times. Although if I did, it would probably be it would look like shrimp colors, like a little tiny prawn. Be pretty cute. This would look good as maybe that purple would be pretty on there. I don't know, because it's kind of grayish. Slightly purple. This one has a little bit like it's albino. We'll see. Okay, well, Clem, I hope you'll have some very good luck with your surgery. I see that Wendy's saying, hope you have good juju. I also hope that. I'm going to flip this camera around. I did not realize we've been going for so long. All right. Oh, is that little daughter? Here's somebody. All right, friends. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this evening. We had a good time seeing all our friends and being crafty. See if this cat wants some of this good time stuff. Cute root babies. They look good. Thank you. That was fun. It was a fun time. I enjoy painting them. Never get tired of it. Although I have some of my other pigments. Such a fun thing. I wonder how long it takes him to notice when I'm doing this. I wonder if he can sense it. He can sense something. Oh. This big kitty. He taps me to help me remember what my duties are. See, he's like, let's bring that in. Let's see if he'll get on his hind legs. It's always so cute. Let me see if I can do it. He's acting like he's starving. He's not starving. Today, he had monkfish. I gave him half of my fish. Straighten your bow tie. Oh, that looks a little bit better. The thing is empty. Look how empty it is. He's really cleaning it. Oh, morphing designs. Hope you're able to get out and walk. I have not left this house in 2 days because the snow is packed up. It's like this thick. It's so thick. So thick. Give him another round. If I let him get the packet, he bites the whole thing right out of my hand. He's helping me. Look, he's helping me. He's supporting. He's like, don't go anywhere with that paw. Look at this paw. Such a spoiled baby. He is a little bit spoiled. Just a tiny bit spoiled. Yeah, I can't say no to this cat. Can't say no at all. He's really cleaning it. Clem says, glad you stayed safe and still have power. I am also really glad. I do not like the times when we did not have power. That was a horrendous nightmare. But we were prepared this time. We charged everything. So everything that could be charged, we charged it. Lights, everything. So that was pretty good times. It's kind of fun to have a snow day when you're not, like struggling with water. That's no fun at all. So, and it's no fun to be cold either. If there's we bought firewood, everything in case that happened. If the worst happened with with the weather, then it's not too bad right now. We're all warm and cuddled up. It's pretty good. I got full crafting supplies happening. I got my baby watching my work. Who's good at watching? Can you do some of that? That's a good cat. All right, my friends, we will see you later. We'll see you on Wednesday. We're prepping for the show that we have on this weekend, the 7th and the 8th. It's called the Lil Crafty at the NC Arboretum here in town. And it's going to be the wrap-up event for the Trolls exhibition that's been here for the past couple months. So if you're in the area, come by and see us on Sunday. It's the community local free day. So you don't have to pay for parking. So that's pretty nice. Oh, he's getting some loving. Azalea's giving that cat a little bit of loving. Do you have anything new to show? Any bracelets or anything?
No,
no new things. That's okay. All right, friends, thank you so much. We love you out there, and we hope everyone stays warm and safe and does some crafts and has some fun. All right, good night, friends.